Top of the morning. Want to talk about a few things this morning. One of the things I want to talk about is a symbiotic relationship. So a symbiotic relationship is when the strongest person is submissive to the weakest person. So this can apply to a job, this can apply to a relationship, this can apply to society in regards to the government, right? You know, you have people that's real stronger than others, but they'll submit or cater to the weak for financial gain, for sexual pleasures, for emotional situations, and stuff like that. You know, you might have a boss that's like a fucking nerd or something, and you know, he might just tell you what to do, and he get on your nerves, and he micromanage you, and he abuses authority, and in your mind, you like, I'll fucking annihilate him or I'll sacrifice him. But you don't do it because you know you need the employment, you need the job or whatever. Or you might be in a relationship with a woman and she's real controlling, or even a man. The person is real controlling, real aggressive, verbally abusive and stuff like that. And then in your mind, you're like, I'll fuck this nigga up, or I'll fuck this bitch up. Like, why is she even talking like that? You know, those are symbiotic relationships when the strong is submissive to the weak. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention because I know there's people out there that's probably going through that. The second thing I want to talk about for the men is semen retention, right? And being conscious of, you know, what you do in regards to your DNA. You know, the average dude who's not conscious, you know, they careless, you know, they oversexed, you know, dudes just like to smoke, drink, get high, and then fuck or whatever, right? First of all, your semen, the average man, especially black man or Latino man in the hood, your semen is already, your sperm count is already low because y'all eating a lot of meat or greasy foods which has cholesterol in it that clogs up your blood stream and your arteries, and it limits blood circulation. And then not only that, y'all smoke, and y'all, you know, smoking weed reduces sperm count, and then, you know, a bunch of other stuff, soda, shit like that. You know, dudes don't exercise and stuff like that. Now, say you do exercise and you super in shape, or whether you don't, this is another thing where dudes get fucked up at. It's better to be in a relationship outside of the bullshit, like the arguing, the nagging, the micromanagement, the accusing, the insecurities. It's better to be in a relationship because when you just fucking numerous women, you're swapping and transferring energy, you know, from that they inherited from previous partners, then you inherited from previous partners, and then y'all exchanging energy, and all of this stuff affects your character and things like that. And then not only that, when the average dude have sex, you know, they might bust on top of the chick, or they might shoot it inside a condom, right? So that one nut was 500 to 1,000 grams of protein. That shit'll take you, depend on your diet and how you eat, but the average dude, it'll probably take them a whole week to get that one nut back. Now the dude that's in the gym, that's exercising, that's monitoring his protein intake and stuff, it'll probably take him 3.5 to 4.5 days to get that 500 to 1,000 grams of protein back. If he's eating every 2 hours on the dime and digesting 32 grams of protein, I think per digestion, which is 2 hours or an hour and a half. I might be a little off on that. But yeah, so one nut is 500 to 1,000 grams of protein. So the average dude is not conscious, you know, he's shooting that in the bag, or he's shooting that on top of a female, you know, just wasting it like usefully. Me personally, I try to practice semen retention and abstinence, you know, most of the time, unless I got a situation or I'm dealing with one female, because I don't like to just waste my DNA. I'm not shooting 500 to 1,000 grams of protein on a blanket, on the floor, or inside of a condom, And we know safe sex is good. I'm not demoting not practicing safe sex. I'm just saying I don't like to waste my DNA and I don't like to waste my semen. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just not have sex and just continue to work out, be strong, be diligent, and have the power instead of just wasting it usefully, especially if I'm not going to procreate a life. This is the dark side of the situation. You have sex with a chick, you bust on a yacht in a hotel, or you bust on a blanket, you bust on the floor, whatever the fuck you do, you bust in the condom, you throw the condom in the garbage if you don't flush it. Let somebody get bodied in that environment, whether it's the hotel room, her house, whatever. Let somebody get killed in that environment, and they come with that CSI kit, you know, all that forensic science shit and all that. And they find that, bro, you're an accessory to a crime, to a murder, or whatever it may be. You know, so dudes should be more mindful of what they do with their semen, because that's DNA. And I'm going to tell you, bro, that creates a life. And you got people around the world, man, you know, rich people, people of wealth, they pay for artificial inseminations and stuff like that, bro. And if you look it up on the black market, man, one nut semen, that shit might cost like $2,500, depending on who genetics it is, the chromosomes. Once they trace the lineage through the chromosomes and the DNA and see if, like, you might don't know, but they might see like, oh, this nigga's a descendant of such and such tribe or these people or whatever, you know. And then, yo, like, that shit is worth money, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is worth money. So, you know, the first one was symbiotic relationships. The second one was semen retention, you know. And the third thing I want to elaborate on briefly is being content with who you are. And what I mean by that is being content with who you are is, you know, you in pure form. This goes for men and women with no alternations. You know, some people don't feel good about themselves if they don't have new clothes on every day, new sneakers. You know, if they don't have, you know, a certain amount of money in their pocket they can flash. So one thing about prison, when you're in prison, it strips you of all of these trinkets and these gadgets that's utilized in society to make you look like a better person or to enhance your self-esteem. So when you're in prison, all you got is you in pure form. You know, your intellect, your heart, your character, your integrity, you know, whatever you stand for and stuff like that. A lot of people who's out here in this world, whether they worldly or just, you know, in this world, a lot of them is caught up in falsehoods and, you know, illusions and stuff like that. So they become codependent on these things, you know. But I'll ask this question to the men. How many of y'all dealt with a chick and really seen her in her pure form more times than she was in her unpure form? Meaning, if you dealt with a chick, how many times you seen her without her weave, without her makeup, without her eyelashes, without her fake nails? I bet you seen her more times in disguise than you seen her not in disguise. And then for the dudes, in regards to the women, it's not really physical with the dudes, like far as if the weaves, the makeup, the fake nails, because men don't wear that. Men come in another way with forced character. Niggas might act like they tough, or niggas might act like they thugs, or they really love you and they don't love you, or a nigga act like he tough but he's not tough, he's really pussy, or he might act like he's really masculine but then he's secretly gay. And, you know, so dudes is more a little made up in character. You know, they take on personas and other personalities that's not really them. You know, it's just a morning elaboration, critical thinking skills, iron chic, intelligence rule over negative nonsense to help educate innocent kids heroically. Baghdad, New York, warlord, wisdom and righteousness is law over reckless decisions. Stay up like a cop, I holler back on my collar crack, we get up like sit-ups. I'm oxygen. Uno.